Good morning, friends. It is bright and early on Wednesday morning. It is my day off. Andrew is off to work. Doug is upstairs working. At least one more day he's home. He's feeling much better. He said he's at about 80%, so that's good. Still waiting to hear the results of his chest x-ray. Don't even get me started on that. I don't even know if I told you about all that. I'll tell you about that in a little bit. Right now I need to go get on the treadmill, but I'm gonna go for a little run. This has opened my eyes. We are switching Doug's doctor. His PCP, not his oncologist or anything, but I am just so upset with that office. Yeah, we'll talk about it later, but so we're still waiting to hear from that. And of course the report came over his, my chart thing. There's an error and it won't let us open it. So we can't even look to see, like, oh yeah, okay, you can go back in the office. So just a little bit frustrating couple days, but it's okay. If that's my biggest frustration, then I'm okay with that. Blessings over burdens all the time. So right now I am going to go for a little run on the treadmill. I am going to try to catch up on all the tag videos from yesterday. I watched none of them. It was just, the baby was not happy yesterday. He was only catnapping and he just wanted to be held. And, I was trying to do stuff with the other little guy. Yesterday was gorgeous here. It was like 77 degrees. So we were outside all day. And yeah, so today is, not sure what I want to do today. Like I said, I'm going to go for a run now, and then that's probably about it. I think if Doug is feeling better, we may run to Costco tonight. We switched, like Andrew bought all new furniture and everything. Well, Adam wants Andrew's bed, his old bed. It's a double, and Adam doesn't have a mattress for that, so we have to go get a mattress. And Costco carries a whole bunch of different kind. So I think we're going to go and look at Costco if Doug's feeling up to it. If not, another time. We probably won't have time over the weekend because I have a lot going on, but we'll see. But right now, I need to go get this run in before I decide not to. Okay, done my workout. Now to get his breakfast before I get a shower. He is enjoying Andrew's new setup since he's been working from home all this week. He's got his laptop screen and Andrew's big screen. This is the kind of stuff he makes. It like blows my mind. Like, how do you know where to put all that stuff?
It's experience.
Like, it just blows my mind, yeah. But anyway, he had his apple juice. We can cut out the apple juice now. Everything seems to be working. He's got his coffee. And good boy drinking his electrolyte water. Good boy.
Yay.
He doesn't love the electrolyte water, but
it's okay. It's not horrible.
He needs it. He definitely needs it. So
it perks me up.
I am going to go make his breakfast. He requested a sourdough English muffin and eggs, and then I'm finally going to get a shower. Well, that's been an eventful morning. Oh my goodness. Forgot to show you Doug's breakfast, and it was beautiful. It was a beautiful omelet. Beautiful omelet. Forgot to show it to you because we've been on the phone all morning. Had my breakfast. Forgot to show you because been on the phone all morning. I had a bagel. One of my homemade bagels with a little bit of cream cheese on it. Don't even remember eating it because we were on the phone all morning. Thought we were going to end up in the ER with Doug. It's been a couple days. So Friday, I think I mentioned this. I'm not sure. Friday, he went to his primary care doctor because he wasn't feeling any better. Primary care doctor did a tested positive for flu, said it was too late to take any medication. I think I told you guys all this. I don't remember. So put him on an antibiotic in case there was anything bacterial happening. Okay. Stayed in all weekend. We did not leave this house. Monday, went back to the doctor because he was no better. They ordered a chest x-ray because they said he sounded a little bit murky now. And they put him on a steroid blast. Not a Medrol dose pack, but a steroid blast. Okay, not a problem. Working from home. Feels good enough to work. So Tuesday afternoon, we thought we'd hear something about the chest x-ray. You know, if they're looking for pneumonia, you think you're going to hear something rather quickly. Didn't hear anything, but Doug got a thing that the report was in my chart. It wouldn't let us open it. It kept saying there was an error, there was an error, there was an error. Okay. So he tried to call the doctor's office. They were closed. Oh, and Tuesday, they wanted blood work. So Tuesday morning, he went and had blood work. So this morning, he called the doctor's office. He's like, what's the deal? So finally, they called him back. X-ray was clear. Chest X-ray was clear. But they panicked over his blood work. They said, you need to get to the ER immediately. And Doug's like, okay, why? And they're like, your white count's really, really low. You need to get to the ER immediately. So he's like, okay. I said, before we rush to the ER, I started getting ready to go to the ER. I said, but before we rush to the ER, we're going to call the oncologist. I trust them a little bit more. They know you more intimately right now. I trust them. Let's call the oncologist. So we did. We called and left a message with the triage nurse. And then our oncologist nurse called us back and she said, you do not need to go to the ER. Yes, your white count is low, but you're 1 week from chemo and you had the flu. It's kind of what we expect. It's not zero. You're good. Keep doing what you're doing. Fluids, make sure you're hydrated. Make sure you're getting enough rest. You're not allowed in the office. Limit your exposure out and about. So he is working from home for the rest of the week at least. Wouldn't surprise me if they stuck him home next week too. We are so thankful, so beyond thankful that he has a job where he can work from home because he's really trying to save vacation, sick time, and disability time for surgery, which is another thing I have to catch up on. Yeah, she said, don't rush to the ER. She said, but, let me take a drink. But if you get a fever of 100.4 or greater, she goes, maybe even 100.2, get to the ER. She said that, then, because they just worry about, sepsis and all that. But the fact that he's on an antibiotic and the steroid makes them feel better. So I'm glad we called them and didn't rush there. If they told us to go, we would have been there in a flash. But like I said, I just trust her a little bit more right now because she knows a lot more of what he's going through, what's happening with him. So yeah, it's been a crazy morning. Crazy morning. I have still not filmed my weigh-in and meeting topic, which I'm going to go do right now. I have a headache. I know it's a stress headache. From this morning. But we're just trying to move along. Move along. So yeah, he is not planning on leaving the house at all. I told him he is not allowed to go to church this weekend. I have things this weekend. I was going to cancel, but I'm not. He told me not to. So I'll be really careful and everything. But yeah, fun times, my friends. Oh, surgery. So they called and scheduled all his pre-surgical scans. He's having CAT scans and MRI. They're all scheduled. And then we meet with the surgeon on May 8th. So it's getting real. It's getting real. Doug is excited. He just wants all this behind him. He really does. And he just feels as nervous as he is. He's excited too. He just wants to be done. So praying that this will be the end of this little chapter in our lives, but we'll see. But now I need to go and film my weigh-in and my meeting topic, and I'll be back. Okay, sitting down to have a little bit of lunch. It is 1 piece of bread cut in half with some tuna, so a little tuna sandwich, and 2 Siete tortilla chips. And a glass of water somewhere around here. So that is going to be my lunch. And I think after lunch, maybe a little bit later, I might make a London Fog latte. We will see. Okay, taking a little break from doing a whole lot of nothing today. Really, I shouldn't have even bothered filming today. But anyway, taking a little break because I got some Happy Mail. And I have not looked in the box yet. So I figure I would look in the box with you. It is from my girl Tiffany up in Maine. Tiffany's the one, if you remember, that sent us the whoopie pies. So I have not looked in here yet. I'm unboxing it with you. We've got lots and lots and lots of filler. And guess who else is unboxing it?
Hi.
Yeah, he's on his lunch hour. So, you want to start? You want to hand me something? Haven't looked yet.
That's cute.
The Fluffy Butt Hut. Farm Fresh Butt Nuggets. Love it. That is going on the coop.
Absolutely.
I love all my signs on the coop.
Yeah.
That's not me.
No, not at all.
I only want 3, 4, 6, 10, 15 chickens. Don't judge me. Love it. Oh, look at that. Uh-oh, maybe I should have, is there scissors? Doug needs to be opening this stuff for me. We got lots of bubble wrap. Because it is fragile. That's Italian. I might need those back. Oh my goodness. Sorry. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Oh my gosh, how perfect is this? How perfect. I cannot, that's going in my kitchen somewhere. Okay, while Doug's undoing something else, I'm going to keep going. Oh my goodness. A shirt for me and a shirt for Doug. They're the same shirt, different colors. Fluent in foul language.
That's funny.
You have one too. She marked this one, Doug.
Oh, cool.
Here's this gray. How cool is that? Look at the mug, Rise and Shine. I am so glad I chose Rise and Shine as a name. Oh my goodness. Who gets to use it?
You already have one, don't you?
No. Oh, I have Rise and Shine Kitchen
Oh, that's
from your brother. We'll share it. I'll let him taint it with coffee.
That's nice.
Oh, wow. Okay, so my girl's from Maine, if you haven't figured that out. Look at that. Oh my gosh, it is so...
I think that's yours.
So...
Mine.
I'm sorry. I didn't see... That one's Doug's because it's red. And this one's mine. It's pink. How nice.
Very nice.
Oh my goodness, Tiffany.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. I am kind of speechless.
Yeah.
You are too kind to us. Thank you so very much. This was so much fun. So much fun. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Now he's got to go back to work and I got to figure out what I'm doing. I really want to go to Costco, but that's a whole other story. I'll be back. Okay, change of plans as always. I'm going to Costco with my bestie, with Krista. I don't know. I just have this feeling I should probably get stuff done now. I don't know why I have this feeling. I just do. So I'm going to go get what I need there. And hopefully we can, I don't know. Did you ever just have a weird feeling that you needed to do something? I know a Costco run is a weird feeling, but whatever. Doug is I am not hungry because I had that bagel for breakfast and I had that half a sandwich. So I'm not hungry right yet. And neither is Doug. There are leftover chicken from last night, and that's what he wants. Because I forgot to give it to him for lunch. I gave him the tuna fish. I totally forgot I was giving him chicken. It's okay. Is what it is. So, yeah, I'm good right now. And it is Survivor Night. And what does Survivor Night mean? Doug just yelled from the other room, popcorn. So, yeah. But anyway, I'll try to take you around Costco if I can. We are kicking butt at Costco. Everything I want seems to be on sale, so that is phenomenal. I'm also shopping for my sister-in-law right now. My sister-in-law wanted some butter, as well as me. And she wanted rotisserie chickens. And the Siete chips that I love so much are on sale, $4.69. That is unbelievable. So I am thrilled about that. I do need to run back and get another chip because my sister-in-law wants them too. So we are doing really, really well. And now the baking aisle. That's where I need to start stocking up for some upcoming markets. I'm going to turn this into a 2-day vlog because, well, nothing really. Yeah. Yesterday was crazy. Oh my gosh. With, you know, like, you don't realize how long things take until you do them. Like this in the morning, just with back and forth with doctors and the oncologist and the radiologist and just trying to figure out what was going on with all of that. I mean, I'm glad it ended like it did, that we didn't have to go to the ER. He's feeling really good this morning. Slept really good last night, which is a huge bonus. So yeah, doing good. So, yeah, I kind of ended in Costco last night. Oh my gosh. Krista and I had such a good time. You'll see my Costco haul on Friday. It was a huge one. So I shouldn't have to go for a while. And I have Azure coming in next week. So really, the only thing I should have to worry about are just fruits and veggies the next couple of months, I hope. That's my hope. But yeah, you'll see the Costco haul. You'll see a Walmart delivery. You'll see... What else will you see? Oh, my butcher box came this week, but also I ordered a Good Chop box to compare. They had sent me an email asking, you know, if I would sent me a really good code and all that. And so I ordered one. It was, from the get-go, it was kind of a hot mess, but we'll talk about that in my menu plan video. But anyway. So, we'll take you along today, hopefully. Hopefully these babies will cooperate today. It's been rough. The baby has not wanted to sleep. He was, you know, I was off for 2 weeks, so we kind of got out of our routine. So yesterday he only cat napped, and then he's cranky because he's so tired. I'm like, dude, if you would just sleep, you'd be happy and we'd have fun. But, you know, you can't negotiate with a 7-month-old. So, I want to put in here at some point in this video, on Monday, you know, the big eclipse day, we got to see part of it. It got cloudy and it was in and out. So, but we did get to see some of it, which was very cool. And the babies and I did, I'm sorry, I'm like probably making you seasick, but I'm just doing a quick little straighten up. This pantry closet is getting cleaned out today. Look at that. Hot mess. What were we talking about? Oh, yeah, we did some really cute eclipse crafts. So I will just put in a picture in here somewhere, probably after this clip, if I remember when I'm editing. But anyway, that's it. That is all. I will be back hopefully to show you something. Okay, while the babies are busy playing at my feet, I need to put some things in jars. I have some sunflower lecithin, some vital wheat gluten, and some amla powder that I just want to put in jars and get in my pantry closet. I cleaned it out a little bit. It's looking better, but I hate the bags in there. I like to get them in jars. So this is baking stuff that I use for bread. And then the alma powder is actually from a fruit in India, but the fruit tastes horrible, but it's got like every possible like good thing in it that you can imagine. So we try to just put that in like our coffee, just like a half a teaspoon in our coffee or tea or something to mask the taste of it, but get it in because it is so good for you. So I have no idea what I was talking about here. I didn't realize how noisy it was in the background, so I chose to do a voiceover. But I think this is where I was talking about the amla powder. Apparently I had a lot more to say than I just said. But I'm going to get it all in jars because it's just so much easier to store in a jar than in these bags, because the bags get pushed to the back. If something gets spilled, then the bags get wet. At least in the jar, it's more protected. And FYI, I did get all this stuff on Amazon. Like I said, the sunflower lecithin and the vital wheat gluten are for bread making. So, okay, I am making Doug's breakfast. He asked for a chunky monkey oatmeal bowl. And the bananas that I have are not very ripe yet. They're still a little green. So I took a banana from the freezer, put it in with the oatmeal water, and adding our oats once it boils. And then we're just going to cook that together. So he's still getting the benefits of the banana and the banana flavor. That's the most important thing for him. But we just don't have the nice ripe fresh banana to slice on it. This is the way, if I'm going to have this is the way I make it because of my allergy to bananas. If I make it this way, I'm okay, as long as my banana's cooked. So I'm just going to let this cook for about, I don't know, 5 to 7 minutes. Just simmering. And when it's done, we'll finish putting it together for him. Okay, the oatmeal is all done. So I am just, now today I am using almond butter. Usually I use peanut butter, but I don't know. Just felt like doing almond butter for him today. Just a little something different. Did you set them all up? Yeah. We're bowling too, by the way. I'll show you our little bowling alley. So I'm just gonna dump some in there. Now for me, I measure. For Doug, I do not. I'm just gonna mix that all in. And I am also going to put a little bit of brown sugar in. You crashed? You crashed all those pins down? Set them back up so we can play again. No. I'm just gonna use a little bit of brown sugar. Because the almond butter is unsweetened. So we'll just do a little bit of that. And then we're gonna add in some thinly sliced almonds. And I like to make it a little bit looser. So depending on what I grab out of the fridge, either milk, half and half, or heavy cream. Today was milk. Just add that in and there you have it. Chunky monkey oatmeal bowl. Okay, we are recipe testing today, and we are testing a stay soft and chewy sourdough discard sugar cookie. So we'll see. The first thing I'm doing is browning 1 stick of butter. To brown butter, you just put it in the pan. I keep mine pretty low, let it melt. Soon as it starts getting brown and nutty smelling, you pull it off the heat because it will burn quickly. So let's get this butter browned. And then it actually has to sit for a while in the fridge. So this is definitely a recipe that you need to plan for. Okay, there is our, let me see if I can get through the foam. You can see, I'm trying to show you the brownness of the butter underneath. So now, there it goes. It's beautiful, it smells nutty. So now what we're gonna do is we're just going to pour it into our mixer bowl. Oh my goodness, that smells wonderful. And then we are gonna put this bowl in the refrigerator until the butter sets up again. I came down the basement to grab my sourdough starter out of the fridge. This is getting tackled hopefully today. If the baby takes a good afternoon nap, this is on the agenda because this is a Costco haul that needs to be put away. This is flour for the baking business that needs to go in the freezer. This is part of the Azure order from last month that still did not make the shelves. The shelves need a little bit of love. The holiday just really threw me for a loop, I think, my friends. I don't know, but it's really, really getting on my last nerve, and it needs to be worked on. So hopefully if the babies sleep, or the toddler's not a problem. Hopefully if that happens, I can absolutely get this taken care of. And you may ask, why does she show us her hot messes? Why? Well, because you know what? Not everyone that's on YouTube or Pinterest is perfect. There's always something going on in the background that you don't know about. People do not eat perfectly. People do not keep perfect homes. And, you know, real life happens, and it's okay. It's okay if there's a mess like this for a couple days. You just clean it up. And you go on. You move on. You don't worry about it. And you know what? If you think you're the perfect person or the perfect housekeeper or the perfect housewife or whatever, perfect homemaker, well, I'm glad you think that, but look deeper. You're probably not. And I just want you to know that it's okay. It's okay to not be perfect. What an afternoon. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. The baby did not sleep well at all. He slept for about a half an hour, and it's kind of my fault. I knew my brother and sister-in-law were coming over. I should have put Aria out back because they get so excited to see them. Or she gets so excited to see them. I should have put her out back, and I didn't. So she ended up waking up the baby. I know. It's okay. It is what it is. But I got nothing done while they were napping because he really didn't nap. He napped for a half hour, and that was it. And in that half hour time, I got Doug's lunch made. Well, and my lunch made, but never got to eat it. So I did. I don't think I told you I had a bagel for breakfast this morning. I needed something quick. I kind of put my window down with one hand. And the blind's in the way. There it goes. It's getting a little chilly now. Anyway, sorry, squirrel. So we got nothing done. I did get, you saw I got the butter browned and in the bowl for the recipe testing. That was as far as I got. So, yeah. We're going to do that right now. We are going to recipe test this recipe and see how that goes. All my applications, I told you that I'm doing a market here in town, hopefully. My applications are all submitted, so hopefully it will get approved. I was back and forth. It's an indoor-outdoor market. The indoor market is a lot more expensive, and I just didn't know if I wanted to commit to that. And the space is a lot smaller, but you're indoors, you don't have to worry about the weather. But I chose the outdoor. The space is bigger. And I think the foot traffic will be a little bit better outside. I don't know. But I'm choosing the outside, at least for this season. So I'm excited about that. Like I said, my application is submitted. Hopefully it will be approved. I can't imagine it won't be approved. Better be approved. Bought all that stuff at Costco. Which you didn't see yet. You'll see. Yeah. Actually, maybe you did see it. I don't know. I don't know when this video is going up. I don't generally like to put videos up at night. I like to put videos up in the morning. I don't know. Now I am so tired from, they drained me today. Bo was not happy. He did not like his lunch, so he had a complete and utter meltdown. He would not even taste it. Had a complete meltdown. And I'm kind of a hard ass when it comes to them. Like, just because you cry and this is what your mother packed you for lunch, you ate it for dinner, I know you like it, just because you wanted a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, sorry, Charlie, like, you're not going to starve. If you don't eat your lunch, you don't get a snack, and you don't get your car pretzels. He gets car pretzels every day when he leaves. And I told him that. I said, you have to at least take 2 bites. That's all you have to take is 2 bites. Actually, 3 bites, because now you're 3 years old, you have to take 3 bites. He would not do it. He would not do it. And he was, like, blatant about it. So, okay. So he was not a happy camper. Just wore me out today. Really, really wore me out today. But we're going to get to this recipe testing. And see how this goes. And then I need to start making dinner and all that good stuff. And I never even looked at the mail today, and I don't even care. So let's get started. Okay, as you can see, my butter is back to being firm. So to that, we are going to add 225 grams of just granulated sugar. Oops, I was going 250. There we go, 225 grams of sugar. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put this on the mixer and we're going to whip it together for several minutes. And it's going to be the consistency of compact brown sugar. It says if it's still crumbly to keep mixing. So I guess I'm going to use my whisk for this. We'll see. See what happens. Okay, my first mistake, I let this butter get way too hard. Mine is more than firm. It is way too hard. But, you know, trying to do stuff with the kids when I thought they would nap, yeah, it didn't happen. But you can see how firm it is. So next time I know to let it firm up but not harden. So I'm going to just keep mixing and see if I can get it broken down. Okay, so it definitely it took a while because I think it was way too firm, but it definitely got like compact brown sugar like it was supposed to. It's not crumbly like sand. And let me tell you, oh my goodness, it smells so good. There is nothing like browned butter, let me tell you. So next thing we're going to do is we're going to add in our 2 egg yolks, our 10 milliliters of vanilla extract, our 10 milliliters of honey, and our 100 grams of sourdough discard. Okay, once we get the right consistency on the butter and the sugar, we're going to add in our vanilla and our 2 egg yolks and just mix that until it's completely combined. Once that is combined, I decide to switch over to the paddle attachment. We have a few more wet ingredients, but definitely want the paddle for the dry ones. So we're going to add in our honey. And we're going to add in our sourdough discard. Next time I'll use a different bowl because this was a hot mess. Or I'll stop the mixer, which is probably what I should have done. But, you know, hindsight is 20/20. Once that's all mixed in, we're going to just kind of make sure everything's off the bottom of the bowl. I like to make sure there's nothing stuck to the bottom. And then for our dry ingredients, we're going to add in salt and baking powder and cornstarch. Mix that in. Then we're going to add in our all-purpose flour. We're going to mix it until it is well combined and has the consistency and texture of Play-Doh. If it's too wet, you can add a little more flour. If it's too dry, you can add a little more water, but this was absolutely perfect. Okay. Looks good. Looks like Play-Doh. Easily shapeable. So I think that's successful. Now it says to portion it into 12 dough balls. That weigh like 60 to 63 grams each. I gotta tell you guys, that is a huge, huge cookie. I do not like big cookies. I don't. I'm not a big cookie person. Maybe other people are, and that's fine. But look at the size of that. Yeah, no, we're not doing that. I'm going to make them into small cookies. and then just have to adjust. I know I should follow the recipe the first time, but I'm not. So once we put them into the bowls, we have to refrigerate for 45 minutes. So let's just get portioning them out. I know these are a lot smaller than the recipe calls for, but this is the size cookie that I prefer. So we're going to give it a try. I'm probably going to have to adjust the baking time, and that's okay. Because it did say between 60 and 63 grams, and these are like 18 grams. I know. Maybe I'll do one sheet of this size and one sheet of a medium size, but I don't know. I just like little cookies. We'll see, but I'm going to go get all these portioned out and then get them in the fridge for 45 minutes. And while these are in the fridge, I am going to get my dinner started. Okay, so on this sheet, I did my medium scoop. They're about 34 grams each, which is still half the size of it said. So we're going to just see what happens. This is an experiment. Okay, here is the small size cookie. These are 18 grams each. The recipe called for the cookies to be between 60 and 63. These are 18 grams. The ones I have in the oven now are 34 grams. So we're just kind of playing around. Like I said, this was an experimental recipe. We have to, try things before we can offer them to the public. So we'll see what happens with these. But in the meantime, I need to get dinner going. Of course, I started making dinner without showing you because it's that day. So I already did all of the meat. It's actually not, hold on a second. It is not all the way cooked through. It's not supposed to be. It's just supposed to be seared. So that's sitting. And I've got my mushrooms in the pan where the meat was. So they need to cook until they're cooked down. This is sirloin steak tips or filet tips or something. I don't know. Some kind of steak tips, butcher box. And these are just 1 pound of mushrooms. I wish I had more, but I don't. So I'm just going to cook these until they're all cooked down. Then we'll put the rest of it together. Okay, our mushrooms are done. So I'm going to add in about a tablespoon of balsamic vinegar. And I'm going to add in our beef broth. Ooh. The recipe is linked in the description box below for all of the measurements. And we're going to let this cook, but I am going to add in a splash or two of red wine because that's how we like it. It's not in the original recipe, but that's just how we like the taste of it. So I'm going to do that, and then we're just going to let this cook down till it's reduced by half. Okay, I'm just going to throw a little bit of red wine in, like I said. Don't need to do that, but we like it. Now, when I misspoke earlier. You are supposed to cook the meat completely done, and I did not because mine was a little bit thick. I didn't cut them into bite-sized pieces. I was in a hurry. I've told you guys, it's been a day. I'm not trying to make an excuse, but my head just wasn't here. So I'm just putting the meat back in here, and I'm going to let it cook while it reduces, so that way the meat will be cooked through. So that's all there is to it. You can put a little more salt and pepper to taste. If you want your gravy thicker, come on, I'm going to do it. You can just mix a little arrowroot powder and water or cornstarch and water and thicken that up a little bit. So I wish I had more mushrooms, but I don't. So it's just going to have to do. It'll fill bellies. As Jessica from Three Rivers Homestead would say, it'll fill bellies. Okay, there it is. Absolutely delicious looking. Can't wait to get it in my belly. That dinner was so good. I forget all the time how incredibly delicious it is and how much we love it and how easy it is. I will say it does make a mess when you cook the steak, because the pan has to be, you put like 2 tablespoons of butter in the cast iron or in whatever pan you use. It has to be like screaming hot because you want to really get that crust on the meat. So it does make a little bit of a mess on your stove, but it is well worth it. It is so good. And I use like a really good quality, like I don't use stew beef because that's not good quality. It's perfect for stew, but not stew beef. I mean, but not for this. You need like sirloin tips or steak tips or something like that. Sometimes Butcher Box has tenderloin tips. Holy moly, those are good. But these were their just premium steak tips, and they were phenomenal. We didn't even need a knife. I mean, they were so good. And I cooked them a little bit longer than normally because Doug has to have medium well and above right now. He's not allowed to have anything like medium. So I cooked them a little bit longer, and they were still absolutely perfect. So Doug's going,
Still really tender. Still really tender, yes.
And that's plate number
1.5.
I
I had to have a little more.
am so glad to see him eating. His appetite is back like full force, and that is wonderful to me. And he's even having a glass of wine. So, but right now, I have 15 minutes to get ready for my live. I look like heck. So I have to go make myself look a little bit presentable, and I will be doing my live. Kitchen's a hot mess that needs to be cleaned up. I got to talk about the cookies. I know why they need to be big, but we'll talk about that when I show them to you. And I have one more tray to bake. So I made the small, the medium, and then I made the size that you're supposed to make. They're still in the fridge chilling, so they'll be going in the oven in about 15 minutes. Yeah. So I think they're really good. Weren't they really good?
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. Sorry, I didn't think you were chewing. So anyway, we'll talk about that. And more than likely, I'm thinking this may turn into a 3-day vlog. I know it's going to be too long if I do that. We'll see. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, see you in a little bit. Okay, guys, just finished up the live and wanted to share the end result cookie with you. So, first ones I made were the small ones. They did get a little hard. I think I cooked them a little too long. They're still delicious. These were the medium size ones. Still nice and soft and chewy. I really like that size. I don't know if you can see how soft they are. Then these were the size you were supposed to make with them. They would be definitely fun for a market to do like 2 of those giant cookies in a bag. And totally soft. I cannot wait to try them tomorrow, because that's the thing. They're supposed to stay soft. So we will see tomorrow. I think this size right now is my favorite. And I think instead of doing 15 minutes, I'm going to do 13 minutes. So this is definitely a win recipe. It just does not make a lot. So it's going to have to be doubled or tripled or something. But yeah, they are definitely delicious. So we will see. But I need to go help Doug right now. And I just saw a fly in the house. That means spring's coming. That means I'm getting on Amazon tonight and ordering fly traps. So I will catch y'all in a little bit. Should have taken it before, but that's where Adam's bed was. So now we are going to put the full bed there and just we just have things like piled all over his poor room. Yes, he has a mini fridge in his room. Thank you, New Air. So we're going to just try to get our act together in here. And we've got the old bed out in the hallway. And unfortunately, this Tuesday that just passed was bulk trash pickup. We don't have another bulk trash pickup until May 7th. So either we're going to give this on Gibbstown Giving if somebody wants it. If not, it's just going to have to sit outside alongside our trash cans for a month because I am not leaving it in my house. Okay, there's not a lot I can help Doug with right now, so I am helping Andrew. He needed certificates for confirmation, so I designed one in Canva. It's pretty plain, but I think it looks pretty good. And we're just changing the name and then printing them out. He's downstairs manning the printer. I'm up here changing the names. And we are watching our Phils do some serious damage to the Pittsburgh Pirates right now. Friends, my intention was to continue this vlog for day 3. because I had all these intentions of getting a lot of stuff done today. Guess what? Not happening. Nope. Somebody won't sleep again. So I'm just going to end this here. And oh my gosh, what a morning. Let me show you what happened this morning. Before the kids even got here, I was cleaning the stove, and my stove is 10 years old. I get that. But I clean these knobs all the time, and I clean them the same way every time. I just use a soft, dishcloth and dish soap. Mild dish soap, because I use mild dish soap. And look what happened. All of the silver flecking came off, all but one of the knobs. Is that ridiculous or what? So I called GE. Hold on, let me turn it around. That's not true. The first thing I did was go on Amazon to buy replacement knobs. Well, because there's two kind of specialty burners, you can't get them on Amazon. Well, you can, but you have to buy the GE. You can't buy like an aftermarket. And it was ridiculous. It was ridiculous. So I called GE hoping they would hook me up, and they're like, yeah, you can buy them. And it was ridiculous. Ridiculous. Like $210, I think, to replace all the knobs. So I'm like, no way. So I asked for a supervisor to see if I could get some kind of discount even or whatever. And long story short, I'm still waiting for them to call me back. But I did find a discount code for their website. So I can get the 4 knobs we need for $119, which is still ridiculous for knobs. The one knob, the 2 of the knobs, the griddle knob and the power burner knob are, I know, buddy, are $45 each. Yeah, I know, $45 each. But when I looked on Amazon for the same part and like different part distributors, it was $123, $145. It was crazy, crazy, crazy. So that's my morning so far. And like I said, with this guy, I am getting nothing done to show you today. So I am just going to call it quits. I know it was a weird kind of vlog, but it's life. What are you going to do? Hopefully I will have a weekend vlog, and you'll see that on Monday. So have a great one, guys. Thanks for hanging tough, and I will see y'all soon.